Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends and lore and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. The first ever guest to beatbox into the intro.
Finally.
Jamie Clemens, how are you, sir?
I can feel you're asking for it.
Well, it's been 240 episodes. No one's ever done it.
Amen.
And we wanted you to be the first.
Thank you.
And we've asked other people, like, can you beatbox? And they go, no. In a few episodes, you'll have a guy that can beatbox naturally.
They said it prophetically. It
Right.
was like, we feel there's someone coming on the show who can beatbox greater than those who came before him.
Yes.
Right, in
Amen.
4/4.
In 4/4 time.
Wow.
And here you are. We asked for 6'8". Get off the show. So we came to one of the, Josh, this is your line. I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'd say 99.4% of our listeners are audio only.
Yep, that's it.
So we thought it fitting, and Jamie thought it fitting, to bring us to one of the most visually stunning places in the country.
Right.
Definitely in Florida.
Definitely in Florida. And so now we're here at View.
That's right.
And if you can see behind us, I don't even know how to describe it.
Try.
I think I'll
try.
It's like a big screen TV that is 270 degrees around us,
Yep.
approximately.
Sure.
Is it?
They're LED screens.
They're LED screens. I got screens
Let's
right.
ask the guy that works here.
Yeah, I was talking about the 270 degrees part. Is that about right?
Yeah, so View is a virtual production studio.
Yeah, that was my line.
That's the one. That's what we're looking for. Virtual production studio where the talent or whatever you're filming
Us, baby.
is is enclosed in an LED volume. And
Yes.
the word volume is just a fancy word that Jon Favreau came up with because it takes up volumetric space. We have an LED
Okay.
we have an LED screen over our head. We're
Yes.
surrounded by a 100-foot long
Come
by
on.
17
Oh, yeah, preach.
foot high
Yep.
LED wall.
I thought it was about 17 feet because I couldn't touch the top when I jumped.
Right.
And I was like, that's got to be above 15.
Because you go about 16.8.
I usually do, yeah, when I got my high tops on.
Yep. Air Jordan.
Well, so this is, this behind us looks like a warehouse, a very fancy, expensive warehouse where maybe President Biden would hang out, important people. But this can change at whim.
It can.
And there's a gentleman here who's in charge of that, and they call him the king of the screen, you said.
Yeah.
King Screen. Yep.
King Screen.
Whose
And
name is Gus today.
Gus is
Gus
here.
today.
Gus is King Screen.
Today is a unique last name, but yeah, Gus today.
Gus today is here.
It's Gus Abdallah.
But no, here's the
Gus,
thing,
do I have
though.
permission to use your name on recording? No, we're good.
He said, yeah, we can
He's
do it.
been doxxed.
Yep, he's been doxxed. His social security number. No, but it's one of those things where it's gorgeous and it's a bit overwhelming because you get kind of lost in here, man.
Yeah.
It feels surreal. It is like a new form of reality. And so, as we said, we are pretty much an audio only podcast. You just got to believe us.
Well, let's show the viewers what else it can do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do that.
Hey, Gus, can you give us a just a fun, random environment on our list up there?
Gus, a fun, random environment. Oh my God!
You guys see that?
This is what we're accustomed to.
Right.
If I'm honest.
A classic kind of Italian theater.
Yep. Baroque.
Theater.
Yes,
themed.
a vampiress is waving at me. Hello.
Hey, I have a
ma'am.
gift for you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Jamie's got to get.
wow,
It just
okay.
changed again, and now we're in a futuristic halo. Oh
Yeah,
my
torture
Lord!
chamber.
I smelt it before you dealt it. Look at this.
I'm
Look at
uncomfortable.
this gift.
I
Thank you.
hate sincerity and I hate gifts.
Look at this.
Okay.
He has brought out. Can I read this to
A
our
glass
listeners?
cylinder. It has
This is
thicker
gorgeous.
glass on the bottom than on the top.
It's a Breckenridge bourbon whiskey,
So,
and now we're underwater.
throughout the whole episode, we're just going to be doing this.
I love it.
Drinking?
No, gifts.
Oh, okay.
So Jamie brought a lot of gifts, and the first gift here is bourbon, because he knows the way to our heart.
Now, if I'm not, I may be off. I'm not a bourbon expert, but I think that's specifically sold in Total Wine and Spirits. Is that correct?
And they're a sponsor for this episode, yeah.
They will be.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, bite into it.
Now,
Yeah,
for the
zoom in on that. Zoom in on the bite.
Jamie's biting into a bottle of whiskey to open it for us. But I do want to say, we did a tour of this facility a few weeks ago, and we were blown away. Did you guys hear that pop?
Yeah.
That was clean.
The first time we walked through, they were getting prepared for a U.S. women's soccer.
Yes.
And they had turf on the ground and a camera. Wow. I thought that was piped in. That sounded so
that's
good.
real. That's a real pour. Whiskey podcast, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
You wish you had what we had.
So, Jamie, you've got these volumes in other locations, right?
We do. We have 3 more locations: Orlando, Nashville, and Las Vegas.
That's right.
So the real quick of it is View Studios was started by 2 Florida men.
Okay.
Tim Moore, John Davila.
Big fans.
Big fans.
Yeah.
Huge. And they also own a local video agency here in Tampa called Diamond View Studios.
Okay.
So the pandemic hit, some of their biggest clients were, USF, UT, so big colleges, Tampa General Hospital, all the places that were big no-nos once the stay-at-home order hit.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to
So,
get together.
you got a staff of 30 people, you have an agency, and all of a sudden you have to just close your calendar.
Right.
Scary.
Yeah.
And then right around the same time, Mandalorian came out with their behind the scenes of how they shot everything using LED technology. Yeah. And these guys thought that is our ticket to survival.
Yeah.
We're going to make it through whatever this pandemic. And then back then,
no one knew.
no one knew.
Right. It's early on.
For. So, they basically use Google Translate, talk to a person in Shenzhen, China about how to get themselves their hands on an LED wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
They said basically you can wire this amount of money to this account and we'll send it to you in a couple of weeks.
Risky.
We've done that before.
Right.
And we didn't get nothing.
But it wasn't LED screens you were ordering.
Except kidnapped.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 5 weeks later or so, they got a wall. They started putting it together, figuring out how to use it.
That's gotta
They
be
started
tough.
Calling their clients and saying, "Hey, we have a safe bubble that we can make it look. We can make it look like you're in your hospital. We can make it look like you're in your college." And before you knew it, it was blowing up. Virtual production was happening in Tampa. And long story short is, it was so successful for them, and people wanted investors, so on and so forth, that they broke away from Diamond View, created View, which stands for Virtually Unlimited, and they were able to raise about $12 million in capital, and they went ahead and built 3 more studios.
Incredible. That sounds like it's similar to our story.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Almost mirrors it. Yeah.
But we love being here with you, man. And one way that we're going to honor your affiliate studios or the actual other studios is by bringing headlines from those cities, correct?
Get into it.
Yeah, so that's can you name us the cities real fast?
Nashville. Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nashville.
Yep.
Orlando.
Yep.
Las Vegas.
That's right.
Tampa, Florida.
That's it.
Hands or cheeks?
Cheeks.
Yes.
Is or puzzled the rest of my life, but I will allow this.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
First headline. Blank teen arrested after stealing school bus, taking it on a highway and allegedly trying to run someone over.
Oh, God, I feel so...
The police got a call that a bus has been stolen. It was being driven on the interstate. Prior to making it to the interstate, this 14-year-old managed to take out a diesel fuel pump and allegedly tried to run someone over. Much like Keanu Reeves, once on the highway, he kept it at 65 miles
Come
per
on.
hour
Yeah.
and was stopped by police through a spike strip.
Oh,
Of course, police used a taser to detain the 14-year-old.
okay.
And it was charged with vehicle theft, aggravated assault, evading arrest, reckless driving without a license,
Well,
and then leaving the scene of a crash.
Well,
lots of questions.
time out. He's 14, doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
So joke's on you, cops.
He doesn't
that's
know
not,
any better.
That's not his
He
fault.
doesn't know any
that's
better.
the state's fault at that point.
Right. Okay. So he was subdued with a taser.
Was he driving to school
I like
didn't
that
say.
question.
or home?
I like that.
think
What if he
that
was late?
cancels it out. Bingo.
His mom all wanted to know where he was at.
Right.
He got scared. He started driving home. Next
There's
thing
a
you know,
shortage of school bus drivers, I've heard.
That's
Is
what
there
I've heard.
really?
Yeah.
It's a great job. I don't understand why people would not want to do it.
You would be a great school bus
I
driver.
Thank
think it's
you.
being assaulted by 30 kids. I think that's the thing that keeps me from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. And there's I think it's you look too attractive to be in this position.
they said that to Josh.
Yeah.
They said that
which
to
is
Josh.
weird.
We're not going to hire
tricky.
you because this job
Yeah,
will
it is
destroy
tricky.
you.
Yeah.
No, as someone that could and would fight 30 kids, I would be a good bus driver. I would have no problem with that.
How old though? Because if you go like 30, 15-year-olds, it's over for you.
You're right.
Jamie?
30,
15-year-olds?
I mean, I was a teacher once for 2 years.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Did you fight a kid?
One tried to fight me, legitimately.
Yeah.
That's
He
the
picked me up.
keyword try.
He picked.
Hell yeah.
Well, because I didn't engage, but he picked me up and threw me on his shoulder, and he was trying to get me.
He took you home? I mean,
I'm sorry.
He was a strong kid,
Okay.
and it was bad.
yeah, no.
He put me down.
I can't. So okay, this young man, he's tased, he's arrested for stealing cars.
That's kind of too much.
It is
tasing.
I would like for the cops just to maybe ask him, hey, would you mind stopping? Did they try that?
Did they?
The first thing I read about cops were spike strips and tasers.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
you can shoot like what's the smoke thing in there?
a
That
smoke gun.
Pew pew.
smoke gun, pew pew.
Yeah.
And then it like they run out, right?
Yeah, yeah. So essentially, it's a raid strip. It's you toss it in for like
Yeah.
bugs and such.
Yeah.
But you throw it in for kids and they run out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to tase.
Yeah, I think
Right.
tasing is crossing the line.
Okay. I think
Okay,
I'm
have a gift.
gonna make a guess here.
God bless.
I think this is in Orlando.
Okay.
This has Orlando
what's your
vibes
guess?
This
all
feels
over it.
definitely feels Florida.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we're starting at the heart,
Okay.
Tampa.
He would try to throw us off by starting with Tampa first.
We'll find out. I'm going to show you at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end.
Clever.
Please. Yep.
But here's my next gift because you
Wow.
two.
Oh my God.
This is for your amazing studio. Because
Yeah. Honestly, I know which one's me.
I just feel like these two animals, and if you can't see it, then
Yeah.
you should become a Patreon subscriber. These two animals really just represent your
Brotherhood.
Your
Yeah.
brotherhood.
And I'm the bottom.
Definitely. The
Well,
snuggle.
can we describe what it is
These
for
are
our
two-
audio?
Can you do
It's a
just
statue,
description?
a
These are
beautiful
two
statue.
beautiful seals or sea lions. I never learned the difference.
They're
I
all
went-
the
I went to a
same.
Christian school.
Yeah,
One is on top of the other,
yeah, in a loving way.
but they both look happy.
That's right.
And they're on a iceberg, so I assume it's a global warming thing.
It's a consensual
'Cause it's
cuddle.
melting.
Yes.
I want you guys to know as I give you gifts throughout
There's
the
price
podcast.
on the
Yes.
bottom.
I went to Goodwill,
Yeah. Well,
as
guilty.
you can see, and whatever stood out to me and made me think of you two, I
Yeah.
bought.
Come on. So two sea lions cuddling in brotherhood made you think of us. I agree with that.
I wish there was a third because I would have,
Added yourself
the
in there.
third, right.
Where would you put yourself in here?
in the middle.
on the tippy top.
Yeah.
He's a top.
Yeah. You got to earn that.
Okay.
All right. Should we go to the next headline?
Yeah. Next
Let's-
headline.
let's get into it.
I've already made my prediction though.
All right,
Orlando
cool.
with that one.
All right. Blank man is suspected. Blank man is a suspected truck thief who jumps in the canal and backstrokes to escape the police. That's the headline.
Wasn't Blank Man, let me pause. Wasn't Blank Man a Wayans brother movie?
Or that was one of the bosses on Mega Man. I think you're thinking.
Blank Man, he didn't have any qualities.
No weapons. He just
Yeah.
he was a mute.
He was blank.
Yeah.
This man had supposedly stolen a truck and drove it recklessly, almost hitting a pedestrian.
Well,
Cops chased this vehicle to a park where the man crashed it. He jumped out and started an on-foot pursuit. He then jumped into what looked like a small runoff canal and began swimming in the canal while cops walked alongside, calling for him to stop. Body cam video shows the man, Norris, swimming through the water as law enforcement orders him to come out. And this is what the cops said on the video.
okay.
He's backstroking right now, northbound in the canal. An officer can be heard saying.
He's
Wow, how did you play the
backstroking
audio?
in a canal?
Wow.
Now I got arrested.
That's an arrogant stroke,
isn't it? Isn't it?
right?
You can float better on your back.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm not coming out anytime soon.
True.
A
Yeah.
backstroke does feel a bit like I know I'm not getting caught, so I'm just gonna phone it in.
I like to
Yeah.
think that he filled his mouth full of water and was spitting it out like a
Oh,
fountain.
yeah.
Oh, he's hearing music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what city this is in. This is Nashville.
Okay.
I thought the same only because of the name,
What was his name?
Norris.
True.
Texas.
Yeah, it's a Nashville name.
Okay.
I just think
Yeah.
rivers in Florida. There's not a lot of river play, and I've wanted to do that. And
There's
I said that for a
canal
bit.
play.
There's
There's
canal
a
play.
lot of canal
you
play.
said that for a long time.
You get ringworms under your pits and,
Yeah.
and the like.
Now, if the gentleman had been doing the breaststroke, then that's like serious. Like he's hauling.
yeah,
Right? He's trying to beat Michael Phelps.
I love a good breaststroke.
Reminds me of your first headline in the first episode talking about Elian Gonzalez doing the breaststroke.
Yeah, he tried to get to Cuba. But
Dolphins got him.
Janet Reno and her artillery put guns to his face while he was hiding in the closet.
Next headline.
Big fans.
A blank woman rides stolen tricycle onto military base.
Okay.
Wow, okay, that limits it.
A woman was arrested by the sheriff's office.
Yes.
When she trespassed onto an active airport taxiway on a stolen tricycle.
How did they know it was stolen?
It had someone else's
Because
name
the
on
cop
it?
said so.
It was
Well,
reported
they would
stolen?
say that.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Get 'em.
First, she scaled a perimeter fence to enter a military air station property.
Okay.
From there, she stole a tricycle. So I think
The
it belonged,
tricycle's
it
in
was
the
military
military
property.
base.
It was a military tricycle.
Oh my gosh.
Belonging to the base, riding to the ramp area behind Terminal A of an airport.
This is what I'm talking about. Government spending has gotten out of hand.
We have to put a stop to it, guys. What are you guys doing January 6th?
Celebrating America. Why does a military base have a tricycle?
That's what I wanna know.
Yeah, first stop.
So where do you guys think that was?
It was 100% in Vegas.
Vegas, Area 51.
Yeah.
Where my nana's from.
I think that was Vegas. Did she go to jail, this woman?
All of them went to big time jail.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, that's federal.
The 14-year-old is in big time jail as well from the beginning.
I think
that.
once you get tased, you just go to
I
jail.
think
You're right.
at
I agree.
14, they put you back. They put you on Maury Povich show first.
Yes.
And then he decides,
If he can't scare you straight,
bingo.
then you go
the
to big time
military
jail.
guy, he's like, "You want me to be your daddy?"
Yeah. Yes.
And that kid cries.
Oh,
Oh, bro.
sad.
He's like,
that
"Yes, I
clip?
do want you to be my daddy."
Cut to a clip of that. Gus, play a clip of
You show me that
Maury
clip
Povich.
and Interstellar
He shakes
when Matthew
his head no.
McConaughey is crying after his
Yes.
daughter. I'm a wreck.
Yes,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
I
I
watched
haven't
that with
seen
my
it.
kids this
Spoiler.
week.
Wow.
It's so good. I watched it by mistake when my kids were out of town.
I know what that
A
means.
huge mistake.
Yeah. I
okay.
watched Love, Naked and Afraid Love edition. It's weird.
The love triangle one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want a triangle on that show.
Next headline.
Next podcast. I'm on to the next one. I'm done here.
All right, last one. Pete the Peacock, adored by neighborhood, fatally shot by bow and arrow.
Oh.
That sounds like a teen's doing.
A beloved neighborhood peacock named Pete was killed with a hunter's bow and arrow.
I hate that.
And authorities are trying to find who was behind it.
They're white. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a white weapon.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
a caveman weapon.
Yeah.
What are your all's projections on this location?
Tampa.
God, they're all so Florida.
It's just
Aren't they though?
They really are.
Tampa's the only one I haven't said.
I feel like he could do like a double trick where they're all Florida. Because they sound all Florida.
Oh. And
But
then
that's not what I said. This we were going to do.
Yeah, well, I don't like to go off the first assumptions.
You have trust issues.
I really do.
what if he knew? That's a good thing because
Thank you.
he knows they're all Florida. He tricks us into believing they're not Florida, and he takes the show from us. It's like a weird coup.
Gus, get down here on mic 4.
Can you show us Las Vegas, please?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Pete the
No,
Peacock.
what the hell is that?
Pete
Trump?
the Peacock was.
Wow, that's what this type of place is? Okay.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Can I see your donor log before we continue
Yeah.
the rest of the episode?
Okay. I do like Hell's Kitchen.
I think we're
too.
gonna be in
This
trouble,
Is beautiful.
actually.
All right, Pete the Peacock
Yeah.
was a Vegas headline.
No.
I feel like peacocks aren't a natural born.
I know they were
Las
native to
Vegas-ites.
Vegas,
Or just the
dude.
United States in general.
Yeah, they feel very exotic.
This is gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
This is where
Oh my
listeners.
gosh.
We're sitting in Las Vegas right now
On the strip.
On the strip. Pete the Peacock was murdered here by a bow and arrow.
Humanity, that's naughty. That Cirque du Soleil show?
Ah, it's one of my favorite websites. Okay, so Pete the Peacock was Vegas.
Yep. All right, let's talk about the woman who rides the stolen tricycle. What were your odds?
Well, we said Vegas.
you guys
Did
said
we?
Vegas?
Oh,
So we were
man.
wrong.
Gus, show us Tampa.
Tampa.
No, the tricycle?
They don't
Oh,
even
wow.
have tricycles in Tampa.
It was a Coast Guard station, and she jumped the fence at the coast. I couldn't say Coast Guard, so I said military
yeah,
base.
we would have.
Ybor Square. It looks like
Ybor.
your
Strat Center. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I
Tampa,
saw
man.
that one show there. I can't remember it.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah, you did.
At the Strass. Oh, it was great.
This is
Thank you. Enough
gorgeous,
about
man.
me.
Did they recruit you?
They tried. Yeah, it was in the Playbill though. They advertised in it.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous, dude. So Tampa was the tricycle.
Yep. All right. So for the the backstroke.
Come on.
Yeah.
What were you all saying the backstroke was?
I said Nashville.
Oh, you said Nashville.
Yeah.
Because Norris.
Right, because Norris. Gus, show us Orlando.
Hold on.
We got them all wrong,
Wow,
bro.
okay.
We got every single one wrong.
Oh, wow. Full sale.
But
Everything's
this is
here.
gorgeous.
I love this place.
And Disney World behind us used to sponsor us, and then we became unfamily friendly. They said, and so they
that was
they
episode
walked
2.
away from our relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so no longer a Disney sponsor, but we're here in
I do
View
like. Oh, we got Buck
Studios.
Tower back there. That's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Very
This is
nice.
Gatorland. Hey, there's a sponsor.
Yep.
There's a sponsor. There's Gatorland. I tell you what, man. I'm upset that we got all these wrong.
Well,
Did we get every one wrong except
we
for
talk
the
about
last one?
the school bus.
The school
Show
bus
us Nashville.
must have been Nashville. Look at this.
Okay, let's see. So we were wrong on all of them. Yeah, here we are, headliners.
I think the reason. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I think the reason why, if I'm being honest, we were wrong, and this isn't me projecting or inflating ourselves. It's just that we love Florida so much. It's hard to imagine. These
Anybody
headlines.
does it better
It
than
doesn't.
us.
Yeah, right. And so
Yeah.
we're already in a state of confusion. We're in this weird VR studio here, where it's
Yep.
like, or I'm sorry, VU studio.
Thank you.
Where it's like, you know, it just feels so immersive. And so I was off my game, Jamie.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
off
lot.
my game.
It's a lot.
man.
It's
And-
okay.
Can we start over?
Sure.
Give
All
us
right.
another one.
We are rolling.
Hey, fellas.
Hello, Josh.
So when we have a special guest,
That's
like
right.
Jamie, I like to do a deep dive. Well, Wayne and I get together and we do a deep dive
That's right.
on the dark web. And we were lucky enough to come across a yearbook posting. And from what we gathered, it was like yearbook quotes.
Right.
So we printed it off.
We found this
and-
yearbook Jamie used to be in.
And if you want to read your high school quote,
Go ahead, Jamie. It's a picture of young Jamie, beautiful young Jamie,
what's it say?
from his
And
yearbook.
in 2010,
He's moved
you
emotionally.
posted this.
In 2010, I was not in high school.
Well, okay, maybe wrong, Jamie, but same face.
Is this an elf AI generated Jamie?
Yeah, I did put a baby filter on a face from your Instagram.
I'm just like Pinocchio, except it's not my nose and it's not when I lie.
Okay.
Now, what do you mean by that in high school? What do you?
So I have this condition.
Okay.
Uh oh. Let's get transparent.
Yeah. If you notice, I'm wearing 2 shirts.
Yeah,
It's his
Light.
nips.
layered up. Okay.
You could make orange juice off of them.
Come
Oh,
on.
God, I love-
That's why I let
Yep.
That's a
Yeah.
Florida man right
That's
there.
why I like Natalie's.
Florida's
juice.
Florida's orange. What
Yeah.
is it called?
Florida's orange.
I don't know how to segue off of nipples, so we're just gonna give you
You
your
started
gift.
it.
We
Yeah,
brought-
I'm sorry.
We have an actual gift for you, Jamie, and we need you to open this on the air. This is one of the largest gifts we've ever given anybody on our show,
And the most sincere, and I don't know.
and this is yours to take home.
Yeah. Nothing says Jamie Clemens like this gift.
It's fragile.
Well, yeah, it kind of.
It's a bag.
No,
it kind of
it's in the
exposed
bag. It
itself.
fell
It's
out.
In the
under
bag.
here.
Oh,
Yep.
My.
This is what you were asking for. Here, I'll show you the label so you don't think it's just
it's a full
a
size
full size.
bulldog.
Bulldog.
What's your favorite
Deluxe
dog?
plush.
Yes.
It's now it's bulldog.
Bulldog in plush deluxe.
So this is a what we call a mascot
you.
uniform.
It's hard to find.
It's a bulldog mascot uniform.
if you want to go ahead and put it
Yeah.
on.
No, real quick.
You had said that you and your significant other were.
We're trying new things in the bedroom.
Right.
And we wanted to expound that as a fella who grew up on HBO's Real Sex 23.
Josh, look at me.
I can't. It's really hard.
Look at me in the eyes
It's
when you're
really
talking to
hard.
me.
Okay. It's really intimidating because it's like pointed down at me like you're
We
disappointed.
spent a lot of money on that. Jesus,
I
it is
know.
intimidating.
Yeah,
well, he's
I don't-
already sitting 2 feet on top of us, like
Yeah,
Mount
I don't
Olympus
know
over
if it's
here,
gonna
and he
work.
puts his bulldog costume on.
Honestly.
This is yours to take home, man. This is your gift.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're not taking it back. No,
Not
okay,
a
good,
chance,
good.
no.
I was worried.
No.
this is
This
fantastic.
is yours.
No,
Oh,
my children want a dog. I'm definitely the next best thing. So
Yeah.
You
I'm
and a
just gonna
dog
walk through the
costume.
front door.
I just want to clarify, this gift is not for your kids. It's for you
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
and your wife. So however you guys want to
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah, and there is a hole cut into the spot.
Can yeah, for the potty outside. Got it. Can I have some gifts for you too.
Come on. Okay.
Okay.
A
So
bulldog costume? What are the odds?
oh my goodness. Because you're so proud of your heritage.
Thank you so much, man.
What is
He's
the
looking at
heritage?
Wayne when he says that.
I'm looking at Wayne. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
the white hair.
I don't even know mine.
Okay, Irish. I'm Irish.
Is this from
Bro,
Goodwill?
that's so
Is this
good.
good? Is this a Goodwill
Holy
shirt
moly.
also?
It's so
You're
good. Look at
so-
this.
Because you're so close to
This is
Tampa.
incredible.
What's it say?
Irish.
We have the pirate festivals,
Yes.
pirate festivals, and
Thank
Irish
you,
people.
man. That
And
is
then,
so kind.
Wayne
Josh-
owns a lot of Irish gear,
I do.
and that's not even on his radar.
No.
I
This
love
is
it.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
And all we
You
gave
can
you
wear
is
that
this
to-
crummy dog
Wear that
costume.
to church on Sunday.
I will, man.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
Josh, you're somebody who's a deep thinker,
Thank you.
And also
yeah.
proud of his
I like
heritage.
to broadcast. that.
analytical. So because of that, it's a shirt
good.
to know that you're.
Analyst?
Yeah.
What? How did you just get a shirt that says analyst? Why is it in quotes?
It just says analyst.
Why is
that's
it in
what you
quotes?
are.
Okay.
I think it says analyst.
You analyze. You think that's what it says?
I think so.
Well, the Y kind of
Did you
changes
get it from
that.
Spencer's? No, it's
went to
analyst.
Goodwill.
No, that's beautiful.
Right.
Someone gave this up?
Apparently.
Wow.
So I want you to walk around
Big
proudly
fan.
about
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
And the world needs
am.
to know.
Josh, can you hold that shirt up for the camera?
Yeah,
Camera
definitely.
2.
Why does it have another show's name on the inside? It says the Pat McAfee Show on the inside.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Okay, 2 arms to the left.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Come
Luke, you got
on.
it?
Oh yeah, Luke's running 2 cameras right now. He's got a
Yeah.
face cam on
Yeah.
for his
Bravo.
OnlyFans account,
This
and then
is
he's
beautiful.
got the,
Thank you. I appreciate
no,
it.
This
yeah,
is
man.
wonderful,
No,
dude.
be proud. Be proud of who you are.
Irish.
Man, this is great.
Oh man, this is good. So the gift giving.
Yeah, the gift giving's over.
Okay.
No, we have more, but later.
Oh, God bless. So still icebreaker. It's just about you, about what you do here. If you wanted to expound on it, I don't even know if we had an icebreaker prepared, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
You wanted to know a little bit about some of the cool people who have come into our studios.
That's
Which
right.
is, yeah.
I got you.
Wow,
That's cool.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Where
you're-
was
it's all
I?
right.
Where have I been?
Analyzing.
Analyzing
And come
everything.
on, come
Preach.
on.
So what kind of cool people have been in this same location? Cooler than us, question mark?
Close. So,
impossible.
so in Tampa, some of the people whom you may have heard of. I don't know if I used whom or who correctly.
It's okay.
I was a teacher.
We'll change
We had the Tom duo, not at the same time, different times. Tom Cruise did a commercial in
Good guy.
Tampa.
Here.
Great guy. Tom Cruise did a commercial back when he was repping, you may have heard of it, Top Gun.
Wow.
And for the ACC championship. This was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Fun story about Tom Cruise.
Let's go. Give us the dirt.
It's not dirt, honestly. It's just a really unique thing about
Give
the
us the
guy.
gold.
The gold.
Yes.
Did he jump on your couch?
While talking about Scientology?
Yes.
Not quite.
Okay.
But he did ask for a roster of everybody who was on set that day. He wanted to know everybody's name,
Okay.
their position, and then more or less of where they would be standing in the studio.
Well, that's awkward if you move.
It is. But here's why he wanted to know. He wanted to know because if you know, Sarah was standing over there, he wanted to look at her and say, "Sarah, hey, would you mind giving me a piece of paper?"
So it was like he knew
Wow.
their names.
Right.
Now, did this?
And you can't say no if you're
would be
identified
a
by
puddle.
name.
I would be a puddle if you looked at me
100%
in the eye.
Yeah. Give me a pack of Twizzlers, Jamie.
Yep.
Now, okay. So, did the staff know that he was given a roster, or did they believe he just knew everybody?
That's a great question.
Because I think that's
That's a Santa Claus secret. I don't think you tell him.
Yeah.
I don't think you would
No.
either.
That's like in The Bachelorette when it's like still 26 guys and she has to eliminate them or pick the right ones. You're like, how does she even memorize?
She doesn't remember who
Yeah,
they
how many
are.
Tobys can there be? You know?
No, well,
A lot.
There's a lot of Tobys. So Josh and I have had the privilege of meeting a couple presidents, and what you don't realize sometimes if you've never been to the White House is that the president has an assistant who tells him who's coming in next, what they do. So when we walk in, he's like, "Hey, love your show."
Yeah.
And Barack Obama said this, and we both go, "Oh my God!" And then we find out later on that his assistant was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is super stupid Florida show."
Yeah, and that we were dreaming.
and
We
that we're-
had simultaneous dreams,
Fever dreams.
about Barack Obama.
Yeah. So, but no, but this is very similar to what Tom Cruise did.
Yeah.
He wanted a
Tom Brady wasn't quite that way, but Tom Brady was in here for a Hertz commercial.
Taller, though.
Recently.
That's
Little bit.
right.
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, he can throw a football better than Tom Cruise, too.
Well, that's TBD.
Yeah. Orlando. We
Hertz,
had
though, a Hertz commercial. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady was in a Hertz commercial. I haven't seen a commercial in 20 years, so I'm just saying.
It is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it pays enough, so.
Yeah, but I did rent a car from Hertz. I don't want to say it's influenced by Tom Brady, but either way.
Either way. In Orlando, we had the Gronkowski brothers.
Okay.
So Rob Gronkowski and his brothers were live streaming, watching a UFC fight.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And then what we didn't know they were going to do is then they were going to smash watermelons
Hate that. Yep.
really close to our screen. So I think we got some good watermelon juice all up in our
Yeah,
screen.
the screen is the money maker.
Right.
Yeah, so you damage it.
I mean, when you wake up every morning and you look at your face,
I go, woof.
Money
that's
maker.
the money maker.
Come on.
Yeah,
If I
I go, I'm
damage
counting on this.
I'm counting on this.
Yeah, for real.
Luke, bring out the watermelon. Okay, no, but okay. So hold on.
So they put the
Gronk Giants didn't ask permission to smash watermelons. They just did it.
I think if you're a Gronk boy, you don't ask.
And how many of them are there, bro? Big farmer white
Oh,
boys, like just
Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Square heads.
But I mean, hey, smash away.
Who's going to tell them no?
Not me.
That's the point
Yeah,
I'm
not me.
making. Is like
They're welcome to come back and
Yeah, bring
Do it again.
Gallagher if they need
Oh,
to.
please.
yeah, smash whatever they want. Now, what about out in Vegas? What's that been like?
Vegas. Our fun claim to we have two fun claim to fames in Vegas. The most recent is Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal has been shooting a commercial for really exciting stuff. You may have heard of them.
Yeah.
Epson printers.
Oh, I'm more of a brother printer fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Which you'd think Shaquille O'Neal would be,
Why? Why would you think that?
because he's a good guy.
he's a great guy.
Yeah, I like him.
He apparently bought a couple of dirt bikes while he was out there.
My man.
It needed to be
Yeah.
needed
That
to be
printer
turned
money.
back.
That's where the good dirt bikes
Oh,
are
yeah.
held in Vegas.
Yeah, that printer money, bro.
Yeah, man. He's a goofball from what
Yeah.
I've never met him.
No.
And then, but the other person that we had out there, there's a movie that just came out recently called Sympathy for the Devil.
Okay.
And it features Nicolas Cage and Joel Kinnaman.
It would
Okay.
have Nicolas Cage.
It
in
would. And about 40% of the entire movie was shot in our studio. All of the car and driving scenes.
Cool.
So if you think about it, when you do virtual production with a car and a
Yeah,
driving
sure.
scene,
Yep.
when you do that practically, meaning like on the road,
Right.
You've
Oh,
got to
that's-
rent. There's
yeah.
so much equipment
You
that
gotta
goes
shut
into
down
it.
roads.
Shut down roads, permits. You better hope weather cooperates.
Yeah.
And then
it's gotta be
there's-
identical
There's a
every day.
liability. It's got to be exactly. That's a good point. And then there's liability. You're asking your
sure.
drivers or your actors to drive, and they can't. It's their moneymaker, as you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, the face, baby.
The face baby. So now what we're able to do are all these scenes, they can do their lines a trillion times and it doesn't matter about what time it is. Now, the Sympathy for the Devil, the majority of it was happening at midnight, like in the middle of the night.
Sure.
So they would have
Yep.
all had to have been on set, the whole
Nobody
cast and
likes
crew at 1
that.
a.m.
Yeah.
They were doing this kind of stuff at 10 a.m. after a nice hot breakfast.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
making it look like it was
That's
nighttime.
incredible.
And they shot the majority of the movie. So we actually did a viewing here recently. We all brought in couches here and we watched the
What?
movie on the screen.
Ah, it's so
Great movie,
sick, man.
And it's cool to see your studio on a feature film.
Well, let me ask you this, man. So, like, back in the day when they would shoot like car chase scenes or car scenes, like
Yeah.
even in like in older cinema, they would have like the track, where like, the car would be on it, and there's like a single screen behind it, kind of moving, so it looks
Yeah.
like they're driving. And you see like in the old black and white television shows. I mean, that's kind of an older technology. This is like they would have never dreamt of this, man.
No.
Like, I mean, it's seamless, right? So, like, you use some practical effects.
Well, the car's
props.
real.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, the car is all you need is the car. So when you think about it, you have the ceiling. So, you know, the clouds going overhead, or the street lights going overhead, hitting the reflections on the hood and the window. And then on the side, you have what we call driving plates. And like you pre-record a driving plate. So you would set a car up. You might put 6 to 9 cameras rigged on the car.
Right.
You drive down Las Vegas Strip at night is what they did.
Yeah.
And then you come back, you upload that footage onto your computer, and then you section off where you want each perspective to be. You put your cameras wherever you want them to be. Cars sitting in park. You can wiggle the car a little bit, move it, but now it looks like you're driving down the strip. And if you need to do it again, you can do it 15 times. It doesn't matter.
So they need someone to rock the car. That's where you come in.
That's where you come in.
That's where I come in. I'll rock that car, baby.
So
you're saying in Con Air, they didn't have to crash a plane into the Las Vegas Strip. They could have just done it here.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean,
this changes everything.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. So on-site location filming is dead now because you're here.
You know what's funny is our biggest competitor is not other virtual production studios. It is the Earth.
That's insane.
No, our biggest competitor
is Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Mother Earth.
Or Christopher Watkins.
Yeah.
Get him.
Wow. I do sales and business development for View, and the majority of my conversations are all educational.
Sure.
And I'm talking to seasoned filmmakers, and we are walking them through step by step on how it translates from, you know, being something that you would shoot on location to studio. Now, listen, there are plenty of circumstances where I still tell people, you know what, you probably shoot that practically.
Wow.
Okay. You know, if you're trying to shoot a barbecue scene and you're in, you're out, you're done, do it. You know?
Yeah.
But if you're shooting a barbecue scene and then you're doing a scene in Hawaii, well, you could do all that in one day in our studio, and you don't have to
at a fraction of the cost.
At a fraction of the cost, and there's a big part of it too, where it's the carbon footprint. We're lowering the carbon footprint. People are having to travel less because they can do all different locations inside of one building.
Would you say that like you're just kind of getting started too? I mean, because you're educated. I mean, like you're developed, right? And you have
the technology is what is allowing us to just get started.
Right.
So, you know, outside of having our studios, where we're really finding the most success is building other studios for people. And some people might say that we're building our own competition, but that's not the case. A rising tide lifts all boats. So it is really hard for people to wrap their head around what virtual production can do. And the more and more it's widely adopted amongst our industry, the more successful it is for our overall industry. And so not only have we built bespoke studios volumetrically for other companies, but now, like you guys saw over there, we have the View One. The View One is a flat virtual production wall that you can operate off your phone. You can operate faster, less confusing, more affordable. So what we're trying to do, think about it, like you have your iPhone.
Right.
And a decade ago, you know, it was maybe less accepted. You know, maybe the rich would have a smartphone, the less, you know, the middle class wouldn't. Now we all do. I mean, I have the same phone that Barack Obama has. You know, so like the Elon Musk, he might be an Android guy, but you know, all I'm saying is we all have the same technology. It's a very flat playing field. And right now this feels very hierarchical. Like, you know, oh, those are the people that only, you know, Mandalorian are doing that. I mean, in the next couple, if that's the mindset we keep, we're going to be out of business.
Sure.
Of course.
So the faster we recognize that virtual production, this type of technology is going to be in people's homes, on people's phones, we're trying to get there first.
Cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Forerunners, some would call it.
Sure.
You are a forerunner.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible, man. And honestly, dude, like I love to see what you guys come up with here. Maybe like a Central Park scene where you're in this dog suit and you're kind of running through, and it's seamless. People can't even tell that you're there.
I can tell Gus is up there salivating at the ideas.
I can hear it right now.
Yeah.
That might be a Patreon kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. All right, we are rolling audio. Lawrence Rotunda was born on May 23rd, 1987 in Brooksville, Florida.
That would make him 36 years old.
What?
You guys used to do this.
Yeah, and then I got bad at math.
Well, I didn't know Jamie was math king over here.
Yeah.
He's 36.
I was born in 88.
Rotunda.
It was easy.
So Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, yeah, Brooksville, Florida. And so for our listeners around the world, this is what we would call local Florida man. He's not that far away from our studio audience.
What's the
With a name like Rotunda, that's a Florida name.
Yeah, is it?
It is his family.
I feel like that's something I was called in middle school. Yeah. Watch out for Rotunda over there. He's coming up the stairs slowly.
Yeah, their ancestral seat is actually in Florida. So it's a Florida name, Rotunda. It's a surname.
Impossible.
Nope. I said it with authority. Wyndham was basically a Viking baby. Okay. Some folks are born and you're just like, man, like if you've been born like a few hundred years ago, you would have like sacked a village, right? Wow. That's Wyndham's
ransacked. Not just. Is it sacked the village?
It's sacked.
Is it sacked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sacked or ransacked.
I guess
he would have been a warlord. Can we say that?
Yeah.
If you're running and you sack the village, that's ransacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So, but this is Wyndham's.
Sacked.
Wyndham's a big guy, a big fella. He's a big boy, and so I think what's pretty typical if you are a larger kid of stature and size, your parents tried to get you involved in sports. And sports where you would be benefited by that size, and he was a very tall boy, very tall fella, and so his parents' default reaction wasn't like, "Oh, you're going to be a swimmer or like an accountant."
Okay,
so
I'm sure they're out there though.
They decided, hey, let's put this 6 foot tall third grader, and get him plugged plugged into the youth league.
Youth league of what? Giants. Jesus.
The issue with Wyndham is he never found a sport that he really enjoyed.
I forgot his name was Wyndham. I thought it was Rotunda.
Wyndham Rotunda.
WR.
He never found a sport he enjoyed until high school. It was actually a very sad story since we've been laughing at this guy the whole time.
Oh,
it's actually a really sad story about Wyndham attempting to play Little League Baseball.
Well, because he's already, the stature of past major leagues. Yeah, what's the next level? Seniors?
So
he's a giant.
Okay, this freak boy is playing Little League Baseball.
That was what they called you in high school.
Freak boy? Yeah.
Freak nasty boy.
Yeah, that wasn't because of my body, though. It's because of what it did.
Rotunda.
Yeah, I could jump over my own leg back then. You hold the toe, and then you go through it. I can't do it now.
Yeah. No, you could. Okay, so Wyndham was playing Little League Baseball, and they couldn't dial the pitching machine in to compensate for his height. So if he just stood still, it would be a ball every single time, and he would just walk to first base.
What?
Genius.
So he was a default base every time he got up because he was too tall for the pitching machine.
Wow. Okay.
And so that was a great thing, but the parents would roast him every time he'd walk out to the field. So this child who looks like a man, but his child would walk out and they'd be like, "Here comes that freak boy, Wyndham." And they would be like,
"Is this in the papers or something? How are you getting this quote?"
"How's the air up there, freak?" is what they would say to him.
Wow.
Sad, right?
But he's their size.
Sad.
He's the same size as a parent.
Bigger than some parents.
Yeah.
Bigger than some parents. And so, nonetheless, in high school, Wyndham found his calling as a 6'3", 285-pound freshman.
6'3",
285.
285.
Oh, wow. That's like
that's me.
60 pounds heavier than Trump.
You're 6'3"?
285, baby.
You're not 285.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
185,
yeah. Donald Trump claimed to be 215.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that's
in his bra.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. That man's middle section's 215.
Yeah.
And then that cake he's got back there is another solid 200. But anyways, so Wyndham's a giant freshman. He comes in, and what's interesting about this development is that Wyndham's older brother at the time had gotten involved in wrestling. And so Wyndham naturally was like, I bet I could do this too.
Sure.
But he could do anything.
He really could just steal.
Probably besides fit into the thing where the firemen bring to test out the fire trailer.
Oh, and
probably couldn't do that.
Got to get oiled up.
He got left out of that one.
He did.
But his brother, he wasn't a high school wrestler. His brother had joined the FCW, which was the Florida Championship Wrestling Federation, which was basically a pro wrestling circuit in Florida. And so while Wyndham was in high school, he sees his brother doing this. And by the way, his brother's stage name was Bo Dallas.
Wow.
Dang,
Okay,
that's kind of hard. That
I want
goes
to talk about
hard.
the parents.
Isn't that cool,
Yeah.
bro?
Who named these children?
Bo Dallas.
That was the stage name, or
That was the stage name.
The stage.
His stage name, but still though,
Yeah.
That's good.
a great name, right? So now, like
Old
our boy
BD.
our boy Wyndham's kind of got like a career path, right? He's his
Easily.
brother doing this,
Yeah.
And so he goes on to win the state championship in high school while attending Hernando High, and then immediately when he graduates, he signs with his brother at the FCW to be a professional wrestler.
What year is it?
Well, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, ish. Yeah, Obama was in office.
Oh,
and
math
so
wizard.
here's the fun part. Okay, so for those who are listening and maybe aren't familiar with professional wrestling,
Yes.
the person's stage name can kind of make or break the character. Of
course.
Right? And some wrestlers will change that name and the persona along with the name multiple times until they find one that fits.
Handsome Josh.
Have you guys come
I
up with
tried.
stage names for?
Handsome Josh.
That's your
Handsome
wrestling stage name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's
Isn't
yours?
that funny?
It's not funny. It's just realistic.
That's
Right.
what, that's,
No,
what-
for
that's
sure.
what
Yeah.
they.
No,
That's
I get it.
Yeah, it's aspirational.
I don't want to hurt a man who's called Handsome Josh.
Yeah, exactly. You want to hug a man.
right.
What's yours?
It's named.
Will Goldberg.
Okay. I'm Juicy J.
There you go.
Oh,
bro.
wow. Okay.
So we got
the
it.
Memphis hip hop artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
36 Mafia. Juicy J.
He gets it. So here's the thing. Our boy Wyndham was born with a wrestler name, like Wyndham
is it?
Rotunda.
Yeah.
That's it.
He should have
Windmill?
walked in with his
God,
with
I
his-
hope it's Windmill.
yeah, with
I
his
hope it's
birth
Windmills.
certificate. He joined the FCW as Husky Harris.
Okay, well, that instantly
Okay.
breaks. Yeah.
I mean,
You're not cheering a Husky on.
no.
Let's get him Husky. No.
Yeah,
See,
Husky
it doesn't even-
Harris.
it's hard to even get behind that.
Honestly, I would imagine that like that's what you would call someone of his stature and size to make fun of him, maybe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, here comes Husky Harris. Like
Yeah.
some parents probably called him that playing baseball, right?
See, he
Easily.
takes that away from you when he names
Right.
himself a
Okay,
dig.
yep,
What
yep,
are you gonna
yep.
do?
That's like,
Yeah.
what am I called around our studio, Josh?
Tarantula arms.
That's right.
yeah, because he's just touchy-feely with everybody.
I remove the power from everybody, right?
Yeah,
So
like
that's
the groper.
That's
He's like,
right.
that's me, Tarantula
I
arms.
just want a hug. You know what I mean? Where's my hug? I say to people
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
when they walk in.
Come on in.
So, anyways, Wyndham, he not only succeeds as Husky Harris, but he ends up joining the big leagues under that name. So on June 2nd, 2010, Wyndham Rotunda made his debut in the WWE, which is essentially the Super Bowl of professional wrestling.
Basically.
Yeah.
Under the
Also,
name.
clients of you.
Yeah, well, I was just going to
For
say,
real, yeah.
part of the reason why we chose this story
Nice.
is because the WWE is one of your clients.
Right?
And so Wyndham joins the WWE.
So this has to be really recent because
2010.
when I was wrestling on a trampoline with my neighbor boys, it was WWF.
Come on. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. You weren't pretending to be Husky Harris back then.
No, I would never have adopted Husky Harris's tactics. They were always dirty.
You were pretending to be who? Shawn Michaels?
The garbage guy that licked the other brother's head.
the Bushwhackers.
These guys instantly.
Bushwhackers.
You say lick a brother's head, and you two are like, huh?
You promise? So he joins as Husky Harris in the WWE, but that name didn't gain a ton of recognition.
Of
Not
course. What kind of
WWE.
merch
Yeah,
does Husky
no.
Harris have?
Right, not a lot. And so the name that stuck with him, that made him a wide household name, was actually the name Bray Wyatt. He chose it. It was his persona as like the Wyatt family. He's one of the Wyatt brothers, and his name was Bray Wyatt. Kind of this like country kind of like.
Okay, I
It's like
could
a
get
gang
behind that.
almost, like country kind
Overalls
of
and
gang. Kind of,
stuff.
sort of, very
Yeah.
similar to Luke
Yeah.
on our team.
Hey, Luke.
And with the overalls.
Will you give him a shout out, James?
Hey, hi, Luke.
He's waving. And so Bray Wyatt becomes a household name in professional wrestling. He wins multiple titles, including the heavyweight championship of the world just a few years ago. Right.
World.
Becomes a major deal, right? And so what's fascinating about this is, like Josh was saying, we kind of got away from, I watched wrestling as a kid. So I'm not as familiar with this newer generation.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask somebody about Bray Wyatt, the Florida Man, he's got a ton of fans, and so part of the reason why we wanted to cover this was because of the WWE being a client of yours. Another reason is that sadly, 2 weeks ago, Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, passed away.
Well, this makes me feel bad about everything.
Wow.
But
Said I wish I would have been given that information.
Kind of makes me want to give you guys another gift right now.
Well,
Oh my gosh, is it wrestling related?
Is it a championship ring? But we wanted before the game. We wanted to honor his fans and honor. He's a great Florida man, and again, as we always say this all the time, we're learning about our state constantly and the folks who are from here.
Yeah.
And this guy's a worldwide phenomenon within this genre of entertainment. And he's born and raised in Florida. He put us on the map and a lot for professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And he sadly passed, but to see the memories and just the millions of fans he had, super inspiring. Super inspiring guy. And the fact that he rebounded from the start of a career with Husky Harris.
Right.
You know what I mean? To go on to become
a
something.
Tough stigma, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he was almost in the minor leagues and then graduated to the major leagues.
100%. And a lot would say he was in his prime, you know, when he passed, sadly. But there was talk of a gift, you said.
Approximately 36 by my math, if I'm right.
This one is for you, particularly.
Wayne?
For Wayne.
Okay.
Thank God.
It's from my son.
Okay.
Just open it and tell me what's inside. These are, I know these are special to you.
This is like a. I know exactly what this is.
Okay. Wow.
And
my son wanted you to have.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. It's a bag of shark's teeth.
Okay.
And the reason why this is important is because if you're a new listener to our show, one time I showed myself my private parts. To a boy down.
Actually, I didn't know you were going to tell the story.
Wow, you don't have to.
I just thought you were going to say thank you for the gift.
Allude to it.
A boy down the road said he would give me a bag of shark's teeth if I exposed myself, and so I did.
This is prostitution.
And I got a bag of shark's teeth.
Strike this from.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And now Jamie has given me a bag of shark's teeth.
I think I blocked that story out of my head that you exposed yourself for shark's teeth.
Well, I've done.
These weren't even like megalodon shark teeth, right? That you got. These are just average.
I remember them being larger than life.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, these are last two.
Okay.
Last two.
Thank you for the shark's teeth.
Now, does he owe you anything for that? For that bag of shark's teeth? Okay, he doesn't. Okay.
Nope, that's just out of the kindness of my heart.
I appreciate it.
Again, walking the aisles of Goodwill.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
A red mug.
What? Okay. It says naughty on both sides.
Some coffee mugs.
Josh gets a coffee mug that says naughty on it.
Yeah.
And I get one where two gentlemen, it appears to be, are at a bonfire. And it says it's all fun and games until someone loses a wiener. And why that's funny is because they're roasting hot dogs. And it appears one has fallen into the fire.
I do hate that. But I would dig it out.
I would dig it out as well.
As long as it's on top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to say.
Now, mine.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
I thought it would be a naughty and nice.
No, double-sided naughty.
Yeah, so I could tell my coworkers, feeling
today
nice
I'm
today.
feeling right.
Yeah, but it's naughty on both.
No matter how you spin it, I'm naughty. I'm a naughty boy.
I get it. It fits.
Listen,
and I'm appreciative.
We're very appreciative of Jamie and your gifts. You could have came empty-handed, and
I
would have
stressed out.
Loved you to be on the show. It's funny because early in the week you texted that you were stressed about the gifts. And
Bump Galetta had such a thought. He's the most thoughtful individual.
Bump's very thoughtful, and
I'm listening to his podcast, and I'm just thinking, as I'm listening to it, I thought, oh my God,
I'm going to be on their show.
I have to bring the gifts.
Now, I will say this, man, because Bump, I think, started that trend actually.
I think so.
Of bringing gifts,
definitely.
coming onto the show, and we've had folks who have brought us gold and frankincense and myrrh and stuff.
And angel hair pasta.
That's
which
right.
Is my favorite.
And babies.
And we kiss them and send them back to their original family. But man, it's been an honor having you here. It's been an honor being here in View Studios. And honestly, it's a bit overwhelming.
It really is.
It is a bit overwhelming, just the massive size of the screen and the productions that you all do here. And we're used to the lights and the camera and the fame and the pleasures that come along with that. But this is a brand new experience for us, man. And it's awesome being here. And
I'm happy to be your first. And
thank you so much.
We're super happy to have you guys.
We'll see me afterwards for the payment on the shark's teeth. Listen, episode 242. It's been a blast here at View Studios. Josh, do you think we should have Jamie sing us out, sign us out?
Beatbox us out.
Beatbox us out, if you don't mind. Currently the best podcast on the planet, everybody. We'll see you next time.